Right. I think it was in the third quarter, 4:32 left. There was that scramble that JC kind of tucked behind your back somehow and got it to you. You're able to hit a big three. What can you say about JC's playing game this year?
I mean, she's just been, really setting the tone for us. As our point guard, she's, making sure we're all on the same page, making sure that we have energy. I think when she's playing with the pace that she's been playing at lately, that we all, have to follow suit and, be right behind her. She's been making really, really good passes. She's been setting us up, but we're also doing her pretty good service in being space and making ourselves available. But, she's done a really good job of knowing when to score and when to look for others.
Rhyne for 10 before. It was a phenomenal night for Madina, 18 points. Can you talk to us a little bit about her growth on that you're seeing on the court?
I think that's what she can do long term in this league. I think, we throw her in and we say, go get a bucket. We say, go post up hard. We told her that she only had one move and score, and I think she did a really good job of making that translate tonight. I think, being able to have another big like her on the floor, it helps us because you still can't leave anybody to go double one. She's been doing a really good job of finishing before they even get there. So, kudos to her. We look forward to her continuing to do that and continue to build off this performance.
Hi, Ryan. Christian, the women's cut 20 points, 5 3-pointers made, but a lot of those 3-pointers really calmed kind of the worries it looked like of your teammates and really stopped a lot of the runs at the tempo. Have you leaned into that kind of calming leadership role this year? And if so, what about that has been different this season?
I mean, I don't think I really have to be a common leader. Teams that make their run plenty times this year, we've not panicked. We've been through a lot of adversity already, and we've stepped up to the plate every time. I think, yes, it helps settle us down, but we also can just make a good play, make a good cut or something like that. It doesn't have to necessarily be a three for me, but I think being able to still get back to what has worked for us and what is going to continue to make it hard for the other team to guard, I think that'll be helpful in our success moving forward.
Madina, a couple of questions for you. Just what were you able to see out there to take advantage of scoring in the paint?
Every time, and I also feel like the time that I didn't know that I was able to get to the paint, they kept reminding me, and like my teammates kept reminding me, and I believe I can.
And what have you learned from watching Rhyne and being around Rhyne?
She is a very good player. Also, some of the things that I like from her, we don't get the same position, but maybe just being able to control the ball and then just being composed and just being able to flow with the game. And I'm also trying to be, I know I'm a rookie, but I'm also trying to stay some leadership skills.
Right. I know the game with 5 players had double figures. It's something that you guys get the ball around and make sure about. So talk about the balance of this team this year, so far this year.
I think it also just goes back to our chemistry. We brought back, a hefty amount of players. I think being able to settle in and move the ball and make it hard for teams to just guard 2 or 3 players, what do you do? If all 5 of our starters are scoring in double digits, or you have multiple players scoring in double digits, it's hard to lose. I think being able to play to everybody's strengths and making sure that we're making it easy, the shots to get downhill, let's make it easy for her. Jason's good and encouraging us to make that easy for her. Let's space it for, Angel and Madina, they're good under the basket. Let's just give them the ball and, make plays off the ball. I think being able to have threats everywhere is harder because, if you leave one, somebody has to step in. You're going to put the threats every time.
Madina, career high of 18 points. Just talk about your ability to finish so strong in the paint, even in those moments where your footwork is impeccable. But just talk about your ability to be able to finish around the rim, even when the defense is crashing down.
That is what I've been working for a very long time, and I'm just glad that I got an opportunity to showcase and some of my teammates did a very good job finding me in the right positions. Yes, And also, just, we keep encouraging you to, do well in that. And do right every time we posting up, getting post up. Sometimes when I go to say this for her, I just go, no, get down, get post up. Yeah, that's encouraging.
Considering the intensity of the previous two games against Indiana and this logistically brutal road trip y'all have coming up, was it important to kind of try to put this game away early in the first quarter tonight so that you didn't have to spend a whole lot more energy and concentration?
I don't necessarily think it was that, but, you know, we've been taking pride in defense, and that's what started us this game. I think we have some of the top defenders in the league, myself being one of those. We all have the numbers to prove it. I think, you know, it makes it easier for us to, when we're clicking early, it's hard for other teams to dig out of that hole. And, you know, like I said, we have multiple players in double digits. It's hard to come back from that. But I think we came out the game expecting, like, it to be physical. We knew what they were going to do, but we also didn't want to be like, oh, yeah, we had 2 good games and then just take a step back. Because anybody on any given day, something can happen. You can lose, you could, you know, a team that you wouldn't think is very good could come and beat you. I'm not saying that, you know, it's really not a good team, but I think just putting our foot on the gas early is what really helped us control this game.
Ron, I know you talked about teams basically having to pick their opponents against you guys, but what, I guess, over these past few games have you seen that's been clicking offensively for you all?
I mean, everything. This is what, 3 games with 5 and up figures. It's hard to just shoot one thing that's been clicking. We've been moving the ball, we've been getting offensive rebounds, we've been, you know, getting fast break points, you know, a little bit of everything. I think just being able to play at a fast and controlled pace has been helpful for us because, you know, that's when we're at our best. We're spacing out, we're filling the corners, we're, you know, finding the easy open looks.
Hey, Rob, Sean Milligan. What do you think this season being the primary defender and then the primary scorer and then like leading the league in minutes? Where is, you know, that kind of conditioning kind of coming from for you from this previous offseason?
I mean, I really didn't have an off season. You know, and then I'm right when you're kind of still playing year round. I know it's a different game, but I think most of the time it's really just pride that keeps me going. You know, this is now the 2nd year I've been primary defender. You know, primary scorer is nothing to me. You know, we have the threats around, but I also know what I can do. But as far as being a primary defender, I'm setting the tone for my team. I'm setting the tone for the league. I mean, I'm putting up the numbers. I'm holding other players to their, you know, season lows, their career lows. I'm leading the league in steals. I think that's just, you know, it comes with pride. Like, you know, if I'm gonna keep running the best player, I don't want to score. I don't want to let them score more than what I did. You know, that isn't the case tonight. Looking at the stat sheet, but you know, all of everybody's buckets they gonna be, I'm gonna make them tough. You know, I'm gonna, you know, make sure that, you know, you're working just as hard as I am.
Well, I'm trying to describe what the energy level in the building was like tonight.
The energy is always there. I've never been there for this, and I think the house was full. I'm not very sure, but the energy was very great from the beginning to the end, and we really appreciate it for showing up every time.
Madina, what was it like, you know, South Carolina, they kind of surprised you last game before last game at the Rolling Dog? What was that kind of moment like for you?
That was so sweet. It's like so sweet. And